welcome back to the show. I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy when you come here. One of my favorite guests.
Me too.
Since
Thanks.
the last time you were here, you and your wife welcomed a son. Congratulations.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing?
It's good. He's 5 months old. He's hilarious. You know, he wakes up and he's got a great big smile, big personality.
Yeah.
And I love him dearly.
And how's the daughter? How's your daughter dealing with it?
Daughter's great. I mean, when we told her that my wife was pregnant, you know, she asked when he was going to come, and my wife, we said about, well, 6 more months he's going to be here. She said, okay, good. I have time to build a wall. Yeah. She was ready to protect all of her toys.
But no, she loves the baby.
And my son was born on the first day of filming of the Dexter show.
No.
So that was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my wife was in New York. I was in L.A., so that was a little challenging. But it still worked out. It was great.
Yeah.
You know, we tried to time it where I had like a week off from work, but he had other plans.
Yeah. You can't time that.
You can't time it. It's
Well, you know what I
impossible.
wanted to ask you about?
Yes.
I read about something. Did you either challenge Channing Tatum to a push-up contest or something like that, and then you won?
It wasn't a challenge. I mean, we were working together on this movie, Blink Twice.
Blink Twice. I love that film.
And everybody said, let's do, yeah, thanks.
And so hold on. So everybody was like, "Let's do a push-up contest."
Yeah, we were.
Or was that Channing? It feels like something Channing would do.
No, there's me and a bunch of the other cast, and they were like, okay, we're gonna do a push-up contest.
Like,
Christian,
who
come
exactly
on.
said that?
I think it was Levon Hawke.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
Ethan
not
Hawke's
something
son.
that you would do, or you got...
No, I wouldn't be like, hey, let's do a push-up contest. No, but we can if you want to, right?
No, absolutely not. Because let's tell the end of the story. This is great.
Okay. So, we start doing it, and, everybody's going, and they're just dropping like flies, one after the other. It was like 6 guys. And then it was down to me and Channing, and he did 50, and that was it. And I went for 51, and...
Hey, there you go. That's the winner. We have a winner.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That is how you do it. By the way, it was announced that you're going to be back on stage soon.
Oh, yeah. It's a Sam Shepard play called Curse of the Starving Class. It's a great play. It's a wonderful story. It's with Callista Flockhart. And,
Do you remember your first time that you were on stage?
First time I was on stage, yeah, I was about 8 or 9. I did the Music Man with Dick Van Dyke. That was
No
the
way.
first. Yeah, I know.
How did you get that? Just your...
Well, I got that because I was discovered on a talk show. There was this late-night cable access talk show called The Joe Franklin Show.
Joe Franklin.
Franklin.
Oh, my God.
He was a New York legend. He was...
Wow. Wait.
Yeah.
What? You were on the Joe Franklin show?
Well, my mother was on The Joe Franklin Show. She was a casting director. I was about 7 or 8, and I was standing where the cameras are, and she was being interviewed, and Joe was like, hey, is that your son? Yes, that's my son. And he said, well, bring him up here, you can sit on your lap. And then the next day we got a call from this director, Michael Kidd, who was doing the show with Dick Van Dyke. And
He's like, that kid's got something.
I came in, I sang Zippity Doo-Dah, and they were...
So you owe
The rest is history.
Joe Franklin for your whole career?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fantastic. That's the best story I've ever heard.
I know. I've been looking for that tape. I wanted to get that tape.
Yeah, we can get that tape
You
somewhere.
think so?
Sure,
I don't know.
we can find
it's
it.
a tricky one to find.
The last time you came on, man, you told a story that I told other people. It made me laugh so hard because you went to Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
And then but you were flying in like just now to do our show. You just flew in from somewhere.
From Brazil.
Brazil. Thank you for doing this show.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
São Paulo.
You're a good man for doing it. We'll talk about Dexter, Original Sin.
We'll
talk about this. But then, so you had to go from Brazil, or no, you had to go from somewhere to Comic-Con.
Right, well, it was in Brazil. It's a CCXP 2024 event. I'd never been there before, but it's like 300,000 people come streaming through, and they're all in their costumes again as another thing, another...
The last time, though, you thought you'd have time
in the restroom.
and have a dressing room so you can change your clothes.
But no dressing room, no.
No, so you're in the bathroom stall, changing, and somebody next to the stall goes to Christian, hey, dude, who you dress it up as? And he doesn't know it's him, and you go...
I said, Christian Slater. He's like, oh, really? From what movie? I said, no, it's just something he wants to wear when, he looks like he wants to care about something.
And then you open the stall, and it's Christian Slater.
Yeah,
He's
hey,
like, that's a
buddy,
great
it's me."
costume. Yeah, that's amazing.
I let him finish.
That's so funny, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Dexter. People want the new Dexter. Dexter Original Sin. This is like an origin story?
Yeah. It's Dexter younger. I play his dad, Harry Morgan, and I was a huge fan of the original show. So the fact that they were doing this sort of spin-off and increasing the world of Dexter and getting a new glimpse into his history and his past was something I couldn't say no to.
I'm excited about this. I think people want to see this.
Yeah.
Who else in the cast, too?
Let's see. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah, Patrick Dempsey. I hadn't worked with him in yeah.
We love Patrick Dempsey.
Oh, we got Buffy. We got
exactly. How is he?
Anatomy guy.
Yeah. Is he good being a detective?
Oh yeah. No. Well, he gets a little confused.
He does.
Yeah. You know, we were doing a scene once, and the line was, "Oh, we need that DNA," and he kept saying, "We need that MRI."
He's a doctor. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. Come on.
Still hadn't let go of. Yes.
It's good.
It's
it's creepy. It's good. It's exciting. And it's well written.
Oh, the show's great, and it's the original writers from the original show. So I think it's a beautiful marriage and a wonderful sort of continuation of the story.
Congrats on this, bud. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Christian Slater in Dexter: Original Sin. Take a look at this.
All right, listen up. We have a drug-related homicide. Sounds like an NHI. So, Watt, Batista, Morgan, it's go time. Detective Morgan. Actually, both of you.
Hey. You know how I feel about you working here. Ever since you did the deed, you seem to be doing great. So let's think about your future, all right? Maybe helping putting murderers away will be enough.
Whoa, come on! Christian Slater! Dexter: Original Sin premieres this Friday on Paramount Plus with Showtime. We'll be right back with stand-up from Dean Edwards. Stick around, everybody.
Hey, hey.